Hi everybody. Thanks so much for tuning back in. I hope you're doing well. Let's get started by coming to a comfortable seat in a chair, sitting at the edge and sitting up tall. Let's take a few deep breaths together and lift the arms. Sweep them up. That's the breath in. Turn them out. That's the breath out. Let's go again. Breathe in and out through your nose. Breath in and breath out. One more time together. Good. Now let's bring our arms out to a T, make a gentle fist, and roll your wrists in circles. Go clockwise and counterclockwise, just loosening up the fluid in your joints of your wrists, and then open and close your fingers like you're sparkling them. Great. Now float the arms above your head once more, palms facing one another. Growing your spine tall, drop your right hand between your shoulder blades and grab your elbow with your left hand. From here, keep your chin parallel to the ground so that you're not moving or tilting your head. You're just going to simply pull the elbow behind your head so that you feel some type of stretching happening along this part of your arm and underarm. Once you've come to the maximum sensation, then go ahead and lean in the direction you're pulling. Now we're creating a stretch along the ribs, keeping your chin parallel to the ground. Let's stay here for 4 more breaths. Breathe in. Out through your nose, breathe out. And one more time, in and out. Slowly unwind, release the arms, switch sides. Now the left hand is between the shoulder blades. You're going to grab your elbow and pull it behind your head. And then once you're ready to come to the fullest sensation, then lean in the direction you're pulling. Let's stay for 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again, in and out. As you release, go gently, open your arms out and bring them across your body, cup your elbows, and begin to circle your elbows, making it wide and deep so that you can feel what's happening all in the shoulder joints. One more circle this direction, and then pause and go the other way. Maybe match your breath with your movement. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you lower. One more circle. Very good. Now we're going to take the left hand to the right thigh. We're going to bring the right hand to the back of the chair and turn and twist the shoulder girdle to the right. Allow your head and neck to follow suit. So keep looking to your right as far as you can, creating a stretch along the middle part of your back. Breathing in, growing your spine tall. Breathing out, twisting a little bit more. Good. Now let's release and go the other way. So holding onto the back of the chair, right hand on the outside of the left leg, the knees are together and the feet are on the ground. We're just twisting the shoulders. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Then gently release, come back to facing forward and hold your arms out in front of you with your fingers separated nice and widely. Let's do wrist flexion and extension. So we're just going to move the fingers up and down at the wrists. Palms of hands going down and up, down and up. Good. Now turn your hands upside down and bring them out to your sides. Slowly tap your shoulders and open them back up widely so that you might even feel the stretch across your bicep muscle. Let's do it again. Touch, open. Touch, open. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more time. Touch and open. Let the arms dangle. Shake it out. Wiggle your shoulders. Anything that feels soothing and loosening up. March your feet. Let's get the legs warmed up. So as you march your feet, you're sitting here, getting your body warmed up. Take another deep breath in. And then breathe out and come to a slow pace and stop. Very good. All right, we're going to take our hands together, lace them together, place them under the chin, and do some breathing again with the arms. You're familiar with this, I think. We've done it before. We're going to press the chin up, lift the elbows as you breathe in, and you'll notice it opens up your throat. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, you bring the elbows back down and together and close your hands back. So let's try it together. Ready? Breathe in, and then exhale. Let's do it 3 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Great work. All right, shake your hands low by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders up and down and all around. Now let's take our right arm across our body and pull the arm as you turn, look over your right shoulder and open and close your fingers. Remember to sit up straight in your chair. The upper body is resting right where it should be, on top of your pelvis. Good stability. Let's switch. Left arm across the sternum. So you'll notice it's not across the throat, it's just right across that bony part of your chest, right in the center, and you're pulling with your opposite hand. And then turn and look the other way. Open and close your fingers. Let's get all of the joints loosened up and all of the fingers. All right, good. Now, shake it out a little bit. And then let's come to standing. With your body standing with your feet right underneath your hips for stability. Remember, anytime you're trying to find a good sense of balance and equanimity, you want to keep your hip bones over your knees, knees over your ankles, just like you would think if you were stacking blocks, you'd want them to be stacked right on top of each other and not in a different place where they might be a little wobbly. So in the spirit of keeping the energy flowing here, we're going to bring our arms down by our sides, keep them rather close to your hips and just swing. You're just swinging your arms, twisting your body, swinging side to side. Now we're going to let the arms get a little bit wider. I think of that about the shape of a hula hoop. Good. Twisting in your middle, loosening up the fascia, that's that connective tissue in your body, particularly around the belly and the back. And now shoulder height, all the way, twisting side to side. Then work your way back down slowly until your hands are near your hips and you're back to standing. Now we're going to do some high steps. So if you'd like to hold on to your chair, you certainly can. If you want to not use the chair, that's okay too. So you'll come to the side of your chair and you're going to bring your knee way up high. And you're just going to stand on one leg and bring one knee up as high as you can without bending forward. So you'll notice I'm not leaning, I'm just bringing the knee up. It's a high step. Let's do 4 more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold it here, grab hold of your knee, and now open your knee out to the side. So this is a modified version of the pose called hand to toe, and we're still using the chair for support, or you could use a wall, or you can let your arm go and let it send it right out beside you. So I'm just going to turn to show you. So if you're not using the chair and you're balancing on one leg, you're holding the knee, the opposite arm will go out as the knee goes out. So this is the pose. Keep your foot flexed, grow your spine tall, keep reaching, strong standing leg. Very nice. Bring everything back to the center and step it out. Good. Let's do the other side. So now we're going to stand on the other leg. We're doing some high steps. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're getting good. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more, 16. Whew, good job. So all of these exercises are going to create some heat. They're going to build your heart rate and you're going to start to feel a little warm. So if you're starting to feel warm, that's normal. That's what we're shooting for. So now we're going to do that same balance pose that we talked about a moment ago. We're going to stand this time on the outside leg and bring that in. This is the left leg, opening it out, and then maybe bringing the arm out or holding onto your chair. So you choose what's best for you, holding on or letting go. Still growing the spine and the top of the head up towards the ceiling. This is that modified version of hand to toe. balance and strength and endurance, keeping your belly in and your focus on something in the distance. Very nice. Bring everything back together, set your foot down, and just march it out a little bit. Set your feet a little wider than hip distance apart, and now open your arms like the shape of the letter X, pentacle pose. Let your head fall backwards. A micro bend in your knees is good here. You don't want locked knees. And we're just stretching the front half of the body, the fascia again, all that connective tissue across the front, creating space for our organs. So from the side, it kind of looks like this. You're leaning back a little bit, opening up to all the possibilities of the day, stretching out, feeling energized. Very good. Lower your head, bring your hands to your heart, and come back to standing. Now we'll go into crescent moon. We're going to bring our arms above our head, take hold of the left wrist with your right hand. Micro bend your knees, lean directly to your right, send your hips to your left, sending the body out to the side. Being careful not to fold over, we're going directly to the side. So I'll show you from here, and then I'll also show you from here. That's the move. So it's crescent moon pose, and you're pulling with your hand, your arm up and away from your body. Very nice. Come on back to the middle. Switch sides. Pause for a breath in. Now lean on your breath out and try and stay. Keep pulling your top arm over your head. You'll notice the hips go out as your body leans over. That's a really good bend. You might feel a pinching sensation in the side body, but certainly a nice open space on the other side. Let's stay for one more round of breath, so breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Good, come back to center and hands to your heart. Whew. So I'm feeling warm, I'm sure you probably are too. Let's just take some baby steps for just a moment, kind of bring our heart rate down a smidge. Very good. All right, now we'll move into our warrior poses. So I'm turning just to show you. We're going to step with the right foot forward and bring the back leg straight. The front leg will be bent and your body will be facing forward. Lifting your arms up straight above you. Very good. Now warrior two. The right arm goes over the right leg, left arm over the left leg, and turn your chin so that you're looking over your fingernails. Let's stay for 8 breaths. Breathe in and out. Good work. Now return the palm to facing the ceiling and reverse your warrior. So this is when you bring both arms simultaneously. One goes down, one goes up, and maybe back. Reverse warrior. Your legs have stayed the same throughout all 3 of these warrior poses. Now we'll come back to warrior 2 and stand up. Shake it out. This time we'll do the left leg. So step the left foot forward and bend into your left knee. Your back leg is straight and the sole of your foot is planted on the ground at an angle. Your chest faces forward and your arms are up. Let's stay for 8 breaths. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Good work. Now open to warrior 2. Left arm over the left leg, right arm over the right leg. You're reaching your arms in opposite directions, but the rest of your body, from belly button to the soles of your feet, is exactly where they were before. Now your chest is facing this way instead of this way. So we're opening the arms. I think of it like east to west, really stretching in opposite directions, and then turn your head to look over your front fingernails. I've been talking for a little bit, so let's stay for 4 more breaths. Here we go. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now flip the front palm and reverse your warrior on this side. Left arm rises this time, right arm goes down. You keep going so that you feel some stretching happening from the tips of your fingers, down your arm, through your armpit, all the way down to where your hip is. Keep reaching in opposite directions. This is reverse warrior, sometimes called peaceful warrior. One more breath. Let it go. Come back up to warrior two and just release your posture. Very nice. So march it out for a second. Holding the poses, even though we're not moving, still creates heat because it's endurance. So it's going to help your heart rate and it's going to increase your cardiovascular activity. It's just a really great way without high impact to get your heart rate elevated. All right, so now we're going to do a sun salutation. This is just a very simple one that I like to do, particularly when we're doing chair-based yoga. So come to a stand with your feet under your hips and reach up. Prayer-like hands fold in half and then come up halfway. So that's where your hands come to the tops of your shins and your back is flat and long. So you're not rounded, but you're really long in your spine. Reaching the top of your head forward, then fold again and come up slowly back to standing. Reach above you. Fold. This is your breath out. Halfway lift. That's your breath in. Fold again and then stand back up. So this is just a modified version of sun salutation A. It too can create heat. Keep going and rise back up. Let's do it one more time. Fold, breathing out. Come up halfway, breath in. Fold, breathe out. Rise to standing, breathe in. Hands to your heart. Lovely. All right, so now we'll move into a wider stance and we'll bring the chair back into play. If you don't want to use a chair, you don't have to, but this is a good way, if you do want to use it, to incorporate it into your practice. So you'll bring your feet wide and your stance is a little bit, probably about arm's length from the chair because we're going to be folding towards the chair. And we're also going to be going side to side. So this is a lateral lunge with a wide leg. Bend your right knee, keep your heart facing forward. So just sink the knee to a bend, the hips back, and hopefully you'll feel this stretch along your inner thigh, right along the length of the inner thigh. Okay, so the right leg, if you lean to the right and the right leg is bent, it's probably screaming at you right now. Just ignore it. We're going to come right back up and we'll go over to the other side. So I want you to try to go to your own place of personal sensation where you feel the most stretch and stay there and breathe at least 4 breaths for me. So let's do it. One time, breath in and breath out and breath in and breath out. Woo! The legs can really start to make you feel that sensation, right? So now let's make it a little more dynamic. We're not going to hold it. We're just going to move fluidly like a reed in the wind, just slowly blowing side to side. So find your stance, grab onto your chair. Let's go to the right first. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale and sink. Lift up. Exhale and sink the other way. That's it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Up and down. Up and down. Let's keep it going. 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Now I want you to turn your feet. I don't know if you can see because the camera's a little far away, but I want your feet to be like this, more like duck feet. So your toes are further out, but I want you to still have your stance of a wide stance at your chair. We're going to move into goddess pose now. So this is just simply, if you imagined your back was up against a wall, you're going to just bend your knees until you can hold this pose, get as low as you can go. You can always hold the chair or bring your arms out to cactus arms. Cactus arms looks a lot like a football field goal. We're going to hold this without holding our breath. What I'd like you to try to do is on your exhale, draw your belly button in towards your back. So let's breathe in. Let your belly get full of air, and then as you breathe out, suck your belly button towards your back. Okay, let's try it again. Breathe in and out. 2 more. Breathe in and out. Perfect. Bring your hands to the chair and slowly come up, be kind to your knees. Heel toe your feet back together, and let's come up onto our tippy toes. So now we're moving into a little bit of balance. It also requires some endurance when you hold the balance poses for a while. Feet underneath hips, arms out in front. Let's count this up to 20. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good work. March it out. Now we're making this movement a little bit more dynamic. So that was the holding part. Now we're going to get some movement into the pose. So as you come up, breathe in, come onto your tippy toes, drop your heels, lower your tailbone behind you, fold in half, and then lift your toes off of the ground. Then come back up and go back. So we're coming onto our heels when we fold. We're coming onto our toes when we rise. Go back and up. Keep it fluid, movement and breath. The standing balancing pose on your tippy toes and then switching to a forward fold on your heels. So incidentally, if you don't have a chair and you're doing this posture, you can still do it. It's just going to be your toe. Oh, you're going to lift with just your toes. When you go back, you won't necessarily come up onto the heels as much as you would if you had the chair to hold on to. So it is possible to do it with or without the chair. So you could also use a wall if you don't have a high back chair. All right, so now we'll come to standing again, march it out a little bit, and we'll come into a standing balance pose, tree pose. Now this one is starts in Tadasana. You're going to bring your feet underneath your hips and then shift your weight to your right leg and bend your left knee. Place the sole of your foot either at your ankle or on your calf. There's lots of variations of tree, but for today, let's just start in either of these two places, and then hands at your heart. So this is tree pose, and that same breath work that we practiced a moment ago when I was encouraging you to draw your belly in towards your spine on your exhale, that's what I'd like you to try when we're in tree. So breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe out, draw your belly button in towards your back, activating your core muscles, the space of your body that's right about the midline, and it's the front and the back of your body that's doing the work. Very nice. Stay here for one more breath, and then softly release to Tadasana. Very good. All right, march it out if you need to. Shake out your wiggles, and then come back to Tadasana, where we begin to move into tree pose on your left side, balancing on your left foot, bringing your right foot to your ankle or your calf. Let your hands rest at your heart. We're just going to give our shoulders a little bit of a rest, and we're concentrating on our breath and drawing the belly in towards the spine. So breathe in, breathe out, draw your belly in towards your back. One more time. Wonderful. Release the hands, release the foot, come back to Tadasana. And then you can march it out. Marching isn't really yoga, but it certainly feels good in between some of the poses just to shake some of that out. All right. So now we're going to come into a crescent lunge. A crescent lunge, you can still use your chair if you'd like. You'll want to be off to the side so you can hold it with one hand. Find your balance on both of your feet and step one foot forward. And then the back foot will be on the ball of its foot. So just let me see if I can get this to get a little bit easier for you to see. Oop, I don't know if it will balance or not. We'll give it a try. Very low tech here during these strange times. But your back foot is all up on the ball of your foot, and your right foot is firmly planted on the ground. All right, and then you can keep your hand on the chair if you need to for your security, or lift your arms up. This is crescent lunge. So it's a balance pose because you're on one foot on the tippy toes, and it's also a strength pose because you're using the strength of your legs and your core, and you're also doing a little bit of weight training because your arms are lifted above you and your bones weigh something. So let's stay here for a few more breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. Breath in and breath out. Good. Hands to your heart. Try to step up out of the posture. It's okay if you don't, but it's a good thing to try. It puts a lot of the effort in that front leg, and you kick off with your back leg. All right, let's just switch it up. So now we're going to step back with the right foot, and the left knee will be bent. So it's the same pose, just different sides. So sinking into your hips so that your front leg is bent and your back leg is straight. So this is a really good one to do with a friend, because sometimes you'll think your back leg is straight and it'll really be bent. And your friend can say, you know, I think it could be straight a little bit more. So try your best to straighten your leg and keep your hips more tilted forward. So you get a good stretch in your hip flexors. Particularly for this stretch, on this side, it'll be your right hip flexors, this highway of step across the front of the hip. Now let's go ahead and lift the arms up. Remember, you can hold the chair if you need to. Keeping your chin parallel to the floor. We'll stay for 4 breaths. Breathe in and out. One more round of breath. Bring your hands down towards your heart and try to step up to the top. Great. All right, so now let's come back to the chair and take a seat. If you don't have a chair, you can just sit on the floor. We're going to just come to, in the chair, just a normal seated position. If you were on the floor, you could cross your ankles and come into easy seat. So either of those two options for this next little part of the practice. So we're in the back of the chair, but we're not leaning on the chair. We're just having the full seat of support, so the back of the legs is supported. If you're in easy seat on the floor, you'll feel supported as well. You'll keep your upper body rested right on top of your pelvis. And then just turn your hands palms up and slide your right hand under your left hand and let your thumbs just lightly touch and rest your hands right in your lap. Very good. And then if you're in the chair, just let your legs get really heavy. Let your legs naturally bend. They're about hip distance apart. You're still strong and tall in your spine, but your shoulders are at ease. So for just a moment, just let your shoulders get heavy. And then if it suits you, close your eyes. If you prefer not to close your eyes, you can just look down with your eyeballs, not really turning your head. Keep your head and neck neutral, but just a softness of the face muscles. So either eyes closed or the eyes drifting downward. And then remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth and start to notice your breath. Bringing our heart rate down a little bit. Just using the beauty of controlling the breath. So breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. Breathe in and out. Again, in and out. One more time. Big breath in. Long breath out. Now release the breath to let it return to its natural rhythm. Hopefully by this time now you feel a little less of your heartbeat, a little bit more of your natural heartbeat rather than an elevated heart rate. And just sit still and begin to scan your body with your mind's eye. Beginning at the crown of your head, which is the top of your head, go ahead and bring your mind's eye to that place right at the top of the head. And moving your mind's eye through your forehead, let your forehead muscles soften, the space around your eyes, where your eyes smile and crinkle. Let that place soften as well, your jaw, your throat, your shoulders. Nothing moving but the rise and fall of your chest and the filling and emptying of your belly from your breath. And move your eyes, your mind's eyes, through your extremities, starting at your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists and hands and fingers. Move your mind's eye to your upper back, the middle back, the lower back. And rest your mind's eyes on the pelvic area, the hips and the pelvis, holding up the upper part of your body with ease and strength. Move your mind's eyes to the thighs, the knees, the lower legs, ankles, feet, and all 10 toes. Fully supported by the chair or the earth beneath you. Bringing your attention to just the rise and fall now of your breath in your body. With every breath out, you feel more and more relaxed. With every breath in, you feel the energy that is life, that prana, refreshing your cells. And as your thoughts may start to wander, that's all right. Just if you catch yourself wandering away from the sensation of your body and the focus on your breath, just simply wrestle those back into this meditation of just breathing and feeling the physical body grounded in your chair or on the earth. Now use your imagination and imagine a tiny pinprick of light that begins right at your heart center, and it starts to grow and open up, radiating warmth and light throughout the cells of your body, working its way across the chest and the back, through the extremities and up into your space where your brain is. Full of light, full of ease. Letting go of any care, any anxiety, letting go of anything that does not serve you well, giving your body and your brain a moment of complete ease and relaxation. Now allow your head to slightly tilt forward in a bowed position to stretch the back of the neck. Separate your hands, let them rest upon your thighs with the palms facing up, and slowly bring your first finger to your thumb, and then let it go. And the second finger to your thumb, and let it go. Next finger, and lastly your pinkies to your thumbs, and let them go. Turn your palms down, let them rest upon your thighs. Your head is still in this lightly bowed position, but your back is tall, your belly is in, your shoulders are at ease. Begin to tilt your head to one side, letting your ear come over your shoulder, and then let your head bow and make your way to the other side, stretching the neck muscles slowly one side at a time. Back to the other side, to a bow, slowly to the other side, and to a bow. Lift your face towards the sky, stretch your throat. Open your mouth wide, stretch your jaw. Close your lips, bring your head to neutral. Blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are energized and peaceful. That's part of the yoga practice, the idea being this wonderful way of feeling both strong and steady, easeful and relaxed all at the same time. I wish you great peace. Shanti Shanti. Namaste.